Well, hello there, and welcome to Quantum Ame. I thought I'll share my predictions for the UFC 322 card. I think it's really one of the, how do I say, it's one of the top banger cards of all time. The main card is so stacked, it's so fucking stacked. I think first time in the history of UFC, the main event and the co-main event are where two, champions are trying to go to the other division and trying and try to become a double champ. By the way, that's pretty much is there. And what else should I say? It's a great card. But so many cards, even in the early prelims and prelims, there are so many amazing fights. Vyashala versus Borshev, Matthews Camilo, Bai Sangpur, Sursurkaya, Eric Mokin. Like it's all great card, and I don't know where do I start with. I'll probably come to the prelims and other fights towards the end, but let me start with the obvious one, which is none other than what do I say, Roman Kapilov versus George Rodriguez. I feel like Roman Kapilov is going to lose this one, though he is good, he's got all the things. I think he's just a punching bag. This is a three-rounder. In case if this was a five-rounder or something, I would have probably leaned towards Roman Kapilov. But I feel like this being a three-rounder, I think Gregory Rodriguez. The odds of him winning is more. I feel like he'll probably get a finish in the second round or so. I feel like he's going to get a finish. Even if he doesn't get a finish, I think probably he'll win a decision. That's what my general pick for this one is. And this card, I feel like that I should go, like 13. Let me see whether 13 fights are there in the first place. 14 fights are there, so I'll try to go 14 and move on this one. Let's see how the fuck does that happen. That's pretty much it. So far, I've started with the Roman Kapila one versus Gregory Rodriguez one. I'm going with Gregory Rodriguez by a round 2 TKO. Let's see like what happens, but I feel like Gregory Rodriguez is going to win this one. And let's move on to the next one, which is none other than Bo Nickel. Bo, the American Dream, Nickel versus Rodolfo Vieira. Guys, I know Bone Nickel lost to RDR because he is RDR. That is different. He's not a middleweight. He's a light heavyweight who's supposed to be a heavyweight right now. But unfortunately, he's fighting in middleweight. I don't know how that guy even makes money to fight. Being very honest, he lost three times, like twice to the same guy, Anthony Malakin or something, by a KO and something. That guy is an actual heavyweight, by the way. And the third time he lost, I think his body gave up on him. 185 is too much of a weight cut for him. I don't see it happening in the first place for him. That's pretty much it. Apart from that, Vieira is a guy who's, I don't know, man. I just can't see him winning this one. I think this is the shortcut redemption for Bo Nickel. If Bo Nickel is unable to even beat a guy like Rodolfo Vieira, I don't think so he'll amount for anything in his life. I think Bo Nickel is going to win this one, most probably via decision. It's going to be so boring. Bo Nickel is probably going to hold Rodolfo Vieira, like against the cage, probably make this as a boring ass fight, and he's just going to get a decision. That's my pick for it. Rodolfo Vieira is good, but I don't think so. He's man enough to go for the win. I think Rodolfo Vieira is the type of guy, like who's in a pub, who looks jacked, like you shouldn't mess around with him, something like that. But apart from that, I don't think so. Like Rodolfo Vieira is actually good in fighting. I mean, against the top middleweights, I'm saying. And Bo Nickel is a top 10 guy. I don't think so. Bo Nickel is even a top 5 guy, but a top 10 guy nevertheless. I think Bo Nickel can win this one. Yeah, absolutely. I think Bo Nickel is going to win this one, and probably it will be via decision. I think this must be the lock of the card, by the way. This is a good fight. Yeah. Now let's move on to the next matchup, which is none other than the opener of main card, which is none other than Beneil Dariush versus Benoit the Denis. See, I have seen a lot of prediction videos where guys are actually predicting Benoit Saint Denis is going to win. He is going to win, nevertheless, but it would be really funny, because it's like a trident thing where, how do I say? Benil Dariush beat, what's his name? Manny Moicano. And Manny Moicano beat Benoit Saint Denis. And Benoit Saint Denis beat Benil Dariush. It's like this weird, fascinating thing. And fun fact is, Beneil has had that, that tricycle. I mean, like the trident thing or whatever that this weird combination. He beat Matthews Gambron. Matthews Gamrot beat Arman Sarukian, though practically it didn't, but still the judges gave the decision his way. And Arman Sarukian beat Beneil Dariush. So similar to that, I feel history is going to repeat itself. Beneil Dariush is going to has beaten Renato Moicano, and I think in the first round Renato Moicano got him. You know? The one thing about Benoit Saint Denis is he's got a great strong chin. He's a tough guy, and I don't think so. Benoit Saint Denis is going to get submitted, but I think Beneil Dariush grappling skills are in such a way that he can do it offensively defensively rather than offensively. He can probably hold a guy down, something like that. But I don't think so. Apart from the and maybe get up. That's pretty much it. I don't think so. Like it's going to be a severe threat for a guy like Benoit Saint Denis. And the only fear factor for me when it comes to our BST is that what's his name when Renato Moicano took him down, like BSD has got nothing. Like he was on the floor, he was getting his ass whipped as well. Beneil Dariush can win this one. I'm honestly saying Beneil Dariush can win this one like pretty solidly, but I'm just worried, like he got chinned by Renato in the first round, meaning like not get KO'd, but his chin is not there. And Benoit Saint Denis is a guy who chin is there and he'll just go there try to make it a dog fight or something. And Beneil Dariush is someone who can't say no to a dog fight. He'll probably engage in it. And I think Benoit Saint Denis might catch Beneil Dariush probably in the second round or so. That's pretty much it. I think the first round is going to be like back and forth with a lot of like stupid grappling. Not stupid, but like what do I say? Like not that much of a great grappling stuff to watch, and easy escapes from Beneil. And I think so. They are going to just scrap, and Benoit might push it. Like go for the kill or something. And Beneil might even catch him, maybe a spinning elbow or something. That could 100% happen. I'm not shying away from it, but I feel like Beneil Dariush is pretty old, and this I feel like for his age is a very quick turnaround. And I think Benoit Saint Denis, with all the what do I say, momentum that he's got right now, beating a upcomer like Mauricio Ruffi, and that too beating in that dominant fashion and way, I think Benoit Saint Denis got this one in the back. I'm hoping for a 14-0 tonight. I mean, like for UFC 322. Let's see how does it go. I'm picking Benoit Saint Denis by a second round KO/TKO. But I wouldn't be surprised if Beneil Dariush sort of edges out a decision on this one. That's just me. Let's move on to the next matchup, which is none other than Leon the Sacrificial Lamb Edwards versus Carlos Prates. Leon Edwards lost via a split decision. I think it was first he lost to Kamaru Usman via decision. I thought it was a proper, 29-28 decision for Kamaru Usman. Then he lost to the Brazilian guy in Brazil, a split decision. Then after that, I picked Colby Covington to beat him. In fact, there is an old video of me I didn't upload at that time. I did not even have my channel. But honestly, I'm saying there is an old video of myself. I don't think so it's there anymore. Where I picked Leon Edwards to beat Amar Usman in the rematch. Leon Edwards is not a sniper. He is more of a weak counter striker with really good, footwork and other things. That's Leon Edwards. And I picked Colby Covington to beat, and again I picked Bilal Muhammad to beat because the style to beat Leon Edwards is constant pressure and constant, chain wrestling. That's pretty much it. And Colby Covington proved that he is who he is, and Bilal Muhammad had the gritty and the heart, and he just went and Leon Edwards lost via a decision. So that's I think even the first Kamaru Usman fight you can call it as a majority decision, something like that. So majority decision, split decision, then it has become a proper decision. Then there has been one no contest as well. Only thing, and then he goes there and gets his ass submitted by Sean Brady. And the only thing that's left out in his resume right now is a draw and getting KO'd, like flatline KO'd. I feel like Leon Edwards, his heart just gave up. That's what I'm saying. And for fuck's sake, I'm honestly saying this. I don't know whether you guys react or no. I don't know, like whether anyone even watched this part of the video. If Leon Edwards says something like "headshot dead," I think it's done, mate. It's done. It's like I don't know. Like you remember Israel Adesanya calling Alex Pereira, "Oh, I beat that guy one time." That's what I feel like Leon Edwards is doing right now. I know he's trying to sell. I feel like he's a really nice guy to watch fighting. I'm not saying he's great, but I don't know, mate. I feel like Leon Edwards is one of the older generation where he's got nothing. I mean, what does he do? It's a three-round fight, and Carlos Prates has got heat in his hands. Leon Edwards, like he sort of engages in, tries to like go in for the kill or even some counter strike, and Carlos Prates is the taller opponent, and Leon Edwards is. I feel like this is the first time, in a long time, Leon Edwards is facing someone who's taller than him, who's got a much bigger reach, and who's got a much bigger leg reach as well. I think Leon Edwards is going to get flatline KO. Leon Edwards is good, but I don't think so. In this era of welterweights, I don't think so. He even belongs in the top 10. Like, I'm very honest. I know, like Carlos Prates. I picked Carlos Prates to beat Ian Gary. I know like Ian Gary won that one because he was never engaging in any combat circumstances, and he was just touch, and run. That's pretty much it. Whereas Leon Edwards, I don't know, mate, what's his. I get it. His style is so. It's like it's not that great, but what do I say? He's like very calm, cool, collected, like nice 1-2, like with a bit of an elbow, leg kicks, and he moves constantly. And he's not a fast-paced mover as well. Like his footwork is good, but it's not great. And especially against a guy like Carlos Prates, whenever your footwork is not that great, he tends to punish you. If you remember, like, even against what's his name, Geoff Neal, even against Lee Jing Liang, whenever their footwork was a little bit crisscrossed or something, he always caught them, reminded them, like remember, their feet in the sands, and even has some really good leg kicks as well, and body kicks, knees, elbows, and people who think that Leon Edwards is going to, like sort of wrestle his way for a victory or something. Trust me, Carlos Prates' takedown defense is pretty good. I know it won't work against guys like Sean Brady or Islam Makhachev or Shaukat Rakmana, but I honestly believe against a guy like Leon Edwards, it would 100% work. And I think he's going to lose this by a KO. And I think Leon Edwards is done after this. I think he's done. Probably like after this, a fight here and there. They might even feed him Joel Alvarez, something like that, or he might even try his luck in the middleweight division. But I don't know. I think he would become really less relevant. Leon Edwards with a championship belt is more relevant than I no. I think that even that comparison is wrong. I don't think so. He's relevant at all. To be really honest, yeah. Even at welterweight, Leron Murphy is there, who I always used to say is kind of not me. A lot of them say who is kind of the Leon of like featherweight division. He's 34. I think it's very difficult for guys like them to get a how do I say a title shot, and I don't know how it works, mate, but I don't know. It's like during the Sean Brady's match, it was a short notice matchup for Sean Brady. I get all the things. Sean Brady, Usman was, like he couldn't even get a proper takedown for Leon Edwards. Whereas Sean Brady was ragdolling him. Guy had nothing, and in the second round was one of the dominant rounds in the entire UFC history. Like literally, it was so dominant. And the other fun fact is third round. This is where I really have a problem with Leon Edwards. Regardless of what you guys say, his brain at times asks him or makes him do some stupid stuff. I think he's got some low IQ problem. I don't know where does he get it. It's like, oh, things are going well. It's time for me to make some mistakes or errors. Like, I don't know what the fuck is up with that. He always does this. Even in the third round against Sean Brady, he's the one who shot for a takedown. Why would you do that? He's ragdolling you. First round, second round, and he really connected well in the first round. And even I think in the third round he was connecting well with elbows, like kicks, nice 1-2, and he was moving his ass quite a lot. But still, Sean Brady eventually got them, took him down. And in the fourth round, I think Leon Edwards himself gave up. Like no, he was defending. He tried to do a lot of how do I say? He tried to cheat a bit. I wouldn't shy away from that, but come on, man, what can you do? It's like your time is done. I think his time is done. He's just fighting his contract out right now, I must say. And Carlos Pratos, the guy who's on a momentum, He lost against Ian Gary, then he makes a quick turnaround, faces Geoff Neal, and he doesn't want to sit on his ass. Again, he makes a quick turnaround, and Leon Edwards is there, and plus, I don't know, mate. I just don't know what to even say. It's so funny. It's like Leon Edwards is specifically designed, you know, to get KO'd by a guy like Carlos Prates. Nobody goes 5 rounds with Donald Cerrone. Look at Donald Cerrone's record. I mean, like, I'm not saying he's bad, but during the time he was getting KO'd in the first round by welterweights and lightweights, Leon Edwards took him to a decision. I'm just saying, I'm just calling it how it is. You know, like, it's like I don't even know what to say. I feel like the odds, and Leon Edwards is a 5 round fighter. He's not a 3 round fighter. He usually the first round is a bit of a toss up. Second round he does occasionally, and from the third round he builds. And Carlos Prates, the guy who's constantly, you know, like pressuring forward, and Leon Edwards is not the big guy in this one. As usual, this is the first time I think Leon Edwards is going to be outsized by a guy in a long time. Oh man, and Leon Edwards hasn't got like a punch that Carlos Prates needs to be feared of. You know, like oh my god, Leon's got heat in his hands. Time for me to just go off or something. And I feel like it's gonna go like how Geoff Neal match went, or I don't know. It's like Leon Edwards is going to come do the thing, leg kicks. Do I think Leon Edwards is the OSP Saint Priu? I think over in Saint Priu of welterweight. That's all I'm gonna say. I think he's gonna get KO'd really badly, and you are not gonna see him for a pretty good some time. And I think it's gonna go there. At least I see for Benoit, Beneil Dariush a pathway for winning, but for Leon Edwards, I see nothing. You know, like all I can see him is him you know, like getting a edging out a decision. Where I feel like in this scenario, I don't think so. Like it's going to happen. 36% takedown defense, takedown accuracy. Sorry, defense is 84 versus 63. Submission. I don't think so. Like he would even submit a guy like Carlos Prates. I think Prates would eventually catch him. It's a flash KO, flatline KO. I think Leon Edwards is done this. After this, regardless of who fights, I think he's on his way out. That's pretty much it. That's all I'm going to say. Carlos Prates is on momentum, and plus the entire team is trying to return. The fighting nerds are trying to make a return right now. So I feel like he's going to be hard on Leon Edwards right from the start of the bell. I still feel, you know, like the main reason he couldn't perform well against Ian Gary was he was preparing for a short guy like Geoff Neal. Then suddenly out of nowhere, Ian Gary is a tall, lanky guy who comes and Ian Gary, regardless of what you say, his footwork is great. Leon's footwork was great, but not anymore. It's just he's old, and I don't think so like it would work anytime. And in a 3 rounder against a bigger guy, and especially a guy who's got heat in his hands, elbows, who's always trying to find a finish, trying to find a KO. You know, like I think it's a no-brainer. I think Carlos Prates is going to. I think he's going to really baptize Leon Edwards. I think Leon Edwards from calling it shot dead. I think he's going to get dead. I think he's going to KO him, like seriously bad. That's my pick for it. And now let's move on to the next match of the night, which is one of the great matches I must say. Son Brady versus Michael Morales. He's a Ecuadorian guy. Nice. He's a big guy and 79 bench reach. Fuck, I get where he gets the KO power from. Like really, I get the idea where he gets the KO power from. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say, guys. What should I say? What should I say? I still feel that Michael Morales is too young. He's in his adolescence. I think most of the MMA YouTubers picks, in case if you guys are watching, you know, I think the main card list is almost pretty much the same. Only the main event there might be, you know, like a 50-50 kind of thing. And if not in the co-mains, I can see some, and but nobody gives a fuck about the co-main. Some might, you know, but all in all, most of them are going with Sean Brady. I know Sean Brady lost, but that was against Bilal Muhammad, and that's in the Middle East and country. And for fuck's sake, hear this out, guys. Sean Brady was honestly getting a lot of death threats. He even said that in the post-fight interview. He just couldn't concentrate. He couldn't fight because he was getting a lot of death threats for his 1 year old kid, or not 1 year old kid. I think for his family members, female family members. Typically, what these guys do, they can't fight properly, so they go under the table. So that's what he were. Those kinds of messages he was getting, and Sean Brady just couldn't do shit. He just gave up. He didn't want to be there. That's what it looked like. It looked like Sean Brady couldn't even do anything. It's like meaning Sean Brady could have done something, but he just didn't want to do anything because he just simply wasn't there. And ever since that, he's taken time off. He's worked on himself, and he's been on a road. He's beaten Gilbert Burns. He's beaten, I think, Kelvin Gastelum. He faced, if I'm not wrong. I think he won against him. Against Leon Edwards, a short notice matchup was such a great victory for him. I think he is going to be a future champion. Plus the big thing is, Sean Brady is actually 190 plus pounds on fight night. He's a big guy. He's genuinely a big guy. I'm not making this up. You guys can check the release data as well. This is what it pretty much is. And Michael Morales is also a good fighter, but I feel like he gets controlled a little bit. I know his best win is against Burns, but the Burns that Michael Morales faced, he just gave up. He was not there in the fight. He just gave up. He is not there. Burns, I think he's been out of his prime for a long time. I think Burns, unless and until there is a, how do I say, need to perform more. I don't think so. He's got his heart in fighting anymore. I don't think so. He's got the love for the sport, by the way. Against Kamzat, I think he was there. He just wanted to go in there, prove it to the world that he's still there, and he just did. After that, ever since that, I don't think so. Like, he's been himself. He is one of you, but I don't think so. Like, that's him. That's what I feel like. And Michael Morales is good. His reach is 79, which is like really, really massive. I feel like he could catch. I think Alex Pereira has a 79 reach, if I'm not wrong. I think Michael Morales could even catch Sean Brady. I'm not saying no to it, but Leon Edwards was actually catching Sean Brady quite well, and Sean Brady didn't do shit. Even against Belal, it was a standing KO. It's mostly like Sean Brady didn't want to continue, with the mental pressure and like the fear and all the other things. So he just simply gave up. And I feel like Sean Brady here is a different fight. And in the first round, I think Sean Brady is going to take him and control him. The second round is going to be like more dominant. And the third round is going to try and get a finish, but unfortunately that didn't happen. People are going to appreciate Michael Morales because he never got finished. And Sean Brady is going to finish him. I mean, like, finish him in the sense he's going to beat him via decision. That's my pick. Sean Brady is a great fighter. I think he's a future champion as well. In versus JDM is going to be like really massive in the future. Let's see. I hope they get to fight each other at least once. That's pretty much it. Could I see Michael Morales winning? Yes, I do. I do see him winning. But I think the odds are pretty less. He swings a bit more. Even against not Geoff, Neil Magny, I think he was getting caught here and there. And against Burns, he was getting caught here and there. Caught in the sense meaning like in terms of grappling. So, uh, I'm just trying to imagine Sean Brady in those positions. I feel like Sean Brady would have easily taken down Michael Morales. And even if Michael doesn't go down that easily, I think he holds him down pretty tight. And he's a monster, mate. Like Sean Brady is a really big guy. I think he's a weight bully. You can call him that as well. He's a weight bully, and I think he'll probably go in for the kill. And I feel like Sean Brady might try to finish him, and Michael Morales for him trying to survive the 3 rounds is a big thing. Maybe towards the end, I can see him stunning Sean Brady here and there. But all in all, I don't see Michael Morales winning this one. I think he's going to get what do I say? Uh, a decision, get decision by Sean Brady. That's pretty much it. Yeah. But just see how stacked the welterweight division is, guys. Beyond what's good or bad, on his way out, it's good. Carlos Prates stacked. Michael Morales, future guy stacked. Sean Brady stacked. Like good stacked guys. Even Jack Della Maddalena, Islam Makhachev. Welterweight right now is one of the, if not the most stacked division right now, and the division to look out and watch for. It's a great division right now. I'm going with Sean Brady by a decision. Yeah. That's pretty much it. Let's go to the main event. Valentina Shevchenko versus Zhang Weili. And what do I say? Should I even make a prediction for this? Like literally, I have no clue. I know a lot of them are picking Zhang Weili. I could see Valentina Shevchenko winning this one. This is women's MMA, and Zhang Weili is the more active fighter. I know she lost to lose that. I think it's a one-off thing, and she fights once in a year. That's pretty much it. And Valentina Shevchenko's goal is to somehow take her down, control her. I feel like that's her better odds. I feel like Zhang Weili who's moving up. I remember her lifting Shaq, and I remember her lifting Francis Ngannou, and I'm doing the stupid MMA math which never works, and I'm picking Valentina Shevchenko to beat Zhang Weili. Yeah, I think it's going to be a boring as decision, and for Zhang Weili to win, it has to be like pretty dominant or something. I feel Zhang Weili is going to do good, but not enough. Zhang Weili is good, but wrestling might not be up to par, and Valentina Shevchenko is good. So I think she's one of the greats. I think female goats. I think Valentina Shevchenko beats Zhang Weili. That's pretty much it. I didn't do anything for this one. Let's move on to the next one, which is none other than Jack Della Maddalena versus Islam Makhachev, the main event of the night. The match, the great match. I still haven't got a pick for this one. That's the honest. That's genuinely the honest. One thing from the previous, I mean, like one of the previous fights that I saw was the guys from the Pakistan, especially the Habib club, good or bad, they don't give up. You have to finish them, you have to KO them, or you got to do something, like otherwise they don't give up. They still continue to fight, and the best you can do is probably do get a decision or something. And even when Umar's leg was caught in such weird angles, and even when he was, how do I say, uh, I don't know, like dropped in the second round, he still found a way. And Islam Makhachev is not a stupid guy. What do I say? Just it's funny. It's funny. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm just going to talk about the fight and eventually take a decision. Like pick a winner in this one. Jack Della Maddalena, who's been out for quite some time, got a direct title shot, and he won. Like for him to come from a long layoff and perform the way that he did against Bilal Muhammad, it's impressive, very impressive. And Islam Makhachev, you can't blame him for all the things that has happened. I know he went 5 rounds against Dustin Poirier. It, I know he was winning every fight, but Dustin Poirier was there. Like it's not as if like he wasn't there. I think Dustin Poirier was there. If Dustin Poirier had like 15, 20 pounds on him, that would have been Jack Della Maddalena with a much more stronger chin and a bit more power, I must say, and a great cardio. Jack Della Maddalena has got good cardio. I think for this one, Jack Della Maddalena is the one who's sort of moving ahead. Like he's got momentum. He beat Bilal, and Jack Della Maddalena is like really good. Don't get me wrong. And Islam Makhachev is great. I got to pick someone over here, and Islam Makhachev has done is beaten a lot of guys, and most of them are short notice matchups. Like both Renato Moicano and what's his name, Bull, the second time was a short notice replacement. That's not his fault. I get it, and Islam Makhachev, I don't think so. He's going to have the size advantage in this one, and this is not in Australia. This is somewhere in the US, and I feel like this might be, though technically one of the strong matchups. I feel like Islam Makhachev might win this one by making it a boring fight. Probably like a one to take the back, control him. And the thing about the Dagestani fighters, it's not like they are ridiculously strong. It's mostly like how they learn to balance their weight. Like where to put the pressure, where these guys are going to go. It's like if you can confuse the opponent, like I'm going to go for a trip, but eventually it's going to be like a double take, like probably like dumping him or something like that. And I don't know, it just Jack Della Maddalena is good. He's got like great takedown defense. Just does a lot of things. I've seen a lot of guys with great takedown defense who does a lot of things. But whenever it comes against the Dagestani guys or Georgian guys, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't do. And the other big favor that I'm seeing, in Other big thing I'm seeing in favor of Jack Della Maddalena is he's got heat in his hands, he's got momentum. Islam Makhachev, the fresher fighter, he's got almost like 10 months off after his Renato Moicano matchup. He took time, he put on the necessary weight, and he's got a couple of camps as well. And he's done a lot of things. And Jack Della Maddalena's problem is he gets caught in a lot of, how do I say, dark strokes here and there. He gives his neck voluntarily so that people go for it, so that he can change position or get a better position, or if possible, like completely move away. And even his stance, like with the double guard, and he always tries to hide the hip as well. Like he goes there, he doesn't worry about getting hit. He's got a really rock solid chin as well. He doesn't worry about getting hit, and he can counter as well. And he's got strong knees, and it's just he's strong. He's the bigger guy. He's strong. He's good. And the last matchup when he faced against Belal, he was coming off, like a long layoff. This time, no, he's had a Bilal fight, a 5 rounder, and he's doing a quick turnaround, by the way. And in case if you guys haven't noticed, this fight against Bilal was the first 5 rounder he went. Islam Makhachev, like he might have some really good gas tank in the welterweight, at least that's what I hope so. And what do I say? What do I say? It's like even this website doesn't got that much of. It's like it's a great matchup. Jack Della Maddalena is really talented, highly talented guy. Islam Makhachev is a pound for pound guy. I think if Islam Makhachev beats Jack Della Maddalena, he's the GOAT. I think he's done. I think if Islam beats Jack Della Maddalena, I think Islam's the GOAT. And I don't care what people say. If Ilya Tupuri is stupid enough to face Islam Makhachev in the 170 pounds division or something, I think Islam might do some bad things to Ilya Tupuri. Like probably take him down and submit or something. But I don't think so. Like if Jack wins, Ilya could face Jack as well. But I don't know, mate. It's just I just don't know what to even pick in this one. Like I feel like Jack could win, and then I'm seeing Islam Makhachev just like hold Jack for probably like 2 rounds or so, based on the control time, and in the third round or something, and in the third close round, it could be like a like a 50-50 toss up, and the judges making it a 48-47 in favor of Islam, and there will be that one asshole judge who's always going to give it as a 49-46 in favor of Islam, because they want Ilya Tupuri versus Islam super fight. Or the way I see Jack winning is probably like third, fourth, fifth. A strong, I think even the second, fourth, fifth, Jack could win, being like a stronger fighter. I don't know, it's just Islam Makhachev with the recovery and all the other things he's got. Don't you guys feel the vibe? Like it's similar. It's almost similar to Charles Oliveira versus Islam Makhachev, the first one. Charles Oliveira was the one that everybody was picking, and suddenly Islam Makhachev goes there and submits in the second round. Like even the first round, Oliveira couldn't do anything. It's like once they feel the takedown, and once they feel that these guys don't give that much space for grapplers to work with, I think that's where fighters lose their mental strength, that mental grittiness, as people say. Even in the first round, Charles Oliveira was there against Arman. The second round, it just he wasn't there. And the third round, Charles Oliveira was just like he didn't want any like problem with him. That's pretty much it. And I don't know. Islam Makhachev is good. He's been training for some time, and he's put on some heavy weight. I think on the fight night it'll be more than 184, 185 plus pounds. There wouldn't be any size advantage. Or if Islam Makhachev looks a bit bigger than Jack, I don't know what to say. I think he'll be able to take a clean punch this time. He is a bit chinny, but I don't think so that he's as chinny as people call him to be. And I feel like Islam Makhachev with a couple of body shots and takes the back and submits Jack Della Maddalena. Or if not Jack Della Maddalena, who's returning after a 5 round war against Belal. I don't think so it's even 6 months, or could be 6 months. Might have still sustained some injuries. Like he might have taken the month off. Then proper recovery usually takes like 2 to 3 months. After that, another camp for like 4 months, or not camp for 4 months, but in general, like a month off for yourself, and then camp. I think 7 to 8 months would have been the ideal time for Jack Della Maddalena return, but he is returning pretty soon. They just made him to return pretty soon. This is how these guys, Islam Makhachev, Habib, Ilya Tupuria, those assholes, they do. It's like they can't just come out and fight him. Whenever they need to have a longer resting period than the opponents, they feel like if the opponent has less time to prepare or less time to do the things, they feel like they have an advantage. It's kind of mental, but still it works at times, and that's pretty much it. And Craig Jones is there. I know people are picking Jack Maddalena, and I feel like Islam is going to get this one somehow. Like I feel like he's not a stupid fighter. His IQ is there. Jack Della Maddalena's IQ is there. His grittiness is there. He's like the bad serial killer guy from Australia who in the third, fourth, and fifth round will go in for the kill. But I feel like this Islam Makhachev might make this as a boring as fight where he'll probably hold his back and like probably hold Jacob Della Maddalena not for the entirety of the round, but probably for a couple of minutes here and there. And when you look at the total, the control time is a lot. And Islam Makhachev, in terms of wrestling, I think he's got a lot of talent which he hasn't shown. I feel like he might trip Jack, and though Jack is there, it just in order to KO someone or something, Jack has to put that active pressure on his feet, and like he has to plant his feet on the ground. I think against these chain wrestlers, especially when that gets taken away from a fighter, from a striker, it's really hard for these guys to shine. I feel like Islam Makhachev is going to win this one, but I'm going to go with what everybody is saying. I think I'm feeling like Jack Della Maddalena is going to get this one. Probably like a fourth round. You guys always pick like a fourth round KO or something. And I feel like that's what's going to happen over here. Like Jack Delamat, I think Islam Makhachev is going to win the first round, and in the second round, I think it's going to be I think based on the second round is what I feel like how the fight would go. Whoever gets the second round, the third round is going to be like a 50-50. The fourth round is going to be like decisively. If Jack is going to win, he'll get a finish in the fourth round, and if Islam Makhachev is going to win, I think it can either be a decision or probably via DARS. Like that's what I feel like. Mainly because Jack Della Maddalena is good, but he always gives his neck. And again, shorter guys, it's really difficult to find a submission attempt. Go for a submission attempt because they are so short. It's hard to find their neck, away from their body. And Jack Della Maddalena is a different type of guy. He is a bit bigger. I saw he was bigger than Islam. Just Islam, I feel like he has more ways to work with Jack Della Maddalena and he could submit him. And if not, I feel if Jack Della Maddalena probably like defends all those submissions, I think their submissions are pretty less, but they wait for you to make a mistake. Jack Della Maddalena, by the time he's going to try and defend all these submissions or prevent himself from making those mistakes or errors, control time would be getting accumulated, and it's a lot. I know Jack Della Maddalena has got the grittiness for it. I feel Islam is going to win this one, but still going with Jack Della Maddalena. As usual, I'm 50. This is a pure 50-50 fight, and I feel like Jack Della Maddalena is going to win this one somehow via the fourth round. I'm going with the fourth round. You guys know I always pick the fourth round by the way, and I feel like this is one such matchup and Jack Della Maddalena via fourth round KO. If not, I feel like Jack Della Maddalena could get the second, fourth, fifth, and a toss up for the third. And I think it's going to be similar to how Islam beat Bout the first time. I think similar to that, Jack Della Maddalena is going to beat Islam. Like just saying, I feel if it's a close matchup, they will give the decision to Islam Makhachev because they want Ilya Tupuria on a match against Islam. I think I think Islam Makhachev played this one very, very intelligently. It's there. It's difficult to make. It's difficult to. That's all I'm gonna say. Jack Della Maddalena is good. He hasn't lost in the UFC yet, and he hasn't lost in a very long time. And this is what happens. Like, I think it's going to be similar to how do you say TDP versus Hamzat, but I don't know. But DDP felt like he had nothing. He was completely based off on his pure physicality, and there is talent involved in this. And I feel like the more Islam Makhachev is going to trip him and hold him or every other second, keep Jack Della Maddalena guessing whether he's going to go for a takedown, probably a clinch block, or if not a strike here and there. I think it's going to be a pretty great matchup. I'm still going with Jack Della Maddalena, but wouldn't be surprised if Islam Makhachev wins. But I think Islam is going to win. Still, I'm going with Jack Della Maddalena. I know I'm being an asshole right now. It's like I can't go for like one proper pick. If Islam Makhachev submits Jack Della Maddalena in the second round, I feel like I'll lose my shit. Seriously, I'm telling you guys, I'll lose my shit. And I feel like that might even happen. Just saying. And I don't know. That's me. I feel like Islam Makhachev by a second round submission or Jack Della Maddalena by a fourth round KO. Or, like if it goes for a decision, I think Islam Makhachev gets because of Ilya Tupuria. That's pretty much it. And yeah, let's go with Jacques Della Maddalena. Still going with Jack Della Maddalena probably in the fourth round. I think from the second, third round is going to pour on Islam Makhachev. The fourth round, he might get a finish or a dominant round, something like that. That's pretty much it, guys. I don't think any of the last weeks even make this far. Whether Ken Blanchfield versus Tracy Corotas. Yeah, I don't know, going with Ken Blanchfield. Malcolm Willmaker, I think he gets this one. Maybe this is a no-brainer. I'm not going to pick this one. That's the thing. Angela, Fatima Klein, I don't know. Mate, Baisangur Sursurkayev was getting clipped by the previous guy. I know Eric Mekoniko is not going to win, but there is a chance he might. I don't think so. He will even catch him. It's just that funny. And just saying, yeah. I feel like Eric Mekoniko could catch him. But I feel like Baisankar is going to get the win over the rest. That's pretty much it. In case if you guys have made it so far, thank you so much. Please like the channel, like the video, subscribe to my channel. It's me out and what. See you. Bye bye.